just like the earth beneath fell away, and this blinding flash of memories played before my eyes, and all I saw was you. Hey. And all I saw was you. I felt the pain as she walked away from me. Yeah, just like a fire that scorched the land around me. Yeah, and this faded string of hopeless dreams played before our eyes, and all I saw was you.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And if you quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream.
ladies, gentlemen, and others, to the Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League. My name is Finnick, solo casting tonight from glorious Atlanta, Georgia. And we are getting right into the picks and bans. It is week 8. It is the Gold League. It is the Lunar Division. And it is Goon Squad Gaming versus Poro-Snax Anonymous. We see Diane Swain and Echo being bet away by Goon Squad Gaming pretty quick off the start here. Diana and Echo both very powerful at the moment. Swain, a potential comfort pick for one of the members of Poro-Snax Anonymous, as we see Olaf, Oren, and Tarek being banned away. Oren, of course, getting hit with a bit of a nerf to his early game and a little bit of his general tankiness, but still top of the meta as far as top laners are concerned. Pretty common red side ban. Tarek and Olaf, though, definitely more towards comfort as we see Goon Squad Gaming pick up the Morgana first pick. So that's going to be a takeaway pick here, as it is typically saved for a counter pick. So PSA, we'll see what they want to put out in their bot lane in this first rotation. We're getting ready to go, boys. Solo casting tonight, not something I typically have the opportunity to do, but you know, that is just how the cookie crumbled tonight, as we see Lucian Braum being picked up by the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous. Definitely one of those combos in the bot lane you see quite often, less so in Gold and IBS, as it is a mid-game power spiking bot lane. Lucian, though, of course, now building towards crit, whereas last year he definitely did build with that Bork build, or not Bork, Black Cleaver build more towards that mid game. He still does have more of a fall off in the late game than most other AD carries do in the bot lane, so do look out for that early to mid game. From the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous, they do need to get that done in their mid or in their bottom lane. Meanwhile, on Goon Squad Gaming, we see Jarvan 4 and Misfortune being picked up. Misfortune, of course, once again, scales very, very well into the late game. As is usual for her, definitely up there in the meta, has seen a lot of pro play as well as play here in the Gold League. Jarvan the 4th, always a good jungler pick, very good for the team fight engage, and does combo very well with Morgana and Misfortune. As we see Sejuani being picked up by the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous, very, very good for ganking early in the game towards that bot lane with the Braum. Can get early permafrost, or easy permafrost stacks, I should say. However, definitely a jungler that we do see a lot in IBS, but not so much in the upper echelons of play, due to the fact that her early game is not as strong as it used to be. And in fact, Jarvan definitely is the better early game jungler in the meta at the moment. So Sejuani, though, still can get tanky very well into these late game team fights, but PSI at the moment looking towards a mid game power spike, so we'll see what they want to pick out for their solo lanes, as we see York being banned away by PSA, wanting to not play against split pushers, it looks like, as they ban away the Mordekaiser as well. Meanwhile, GSG, Silas going to be banned away. Not something they want to play against, especially with the Misfortune and Jarvan, both ults that Silas can steal and make very good use of in team fights, as we wait to see what Goon Squad Gaming wants to ban for their next one. It will be the Nico. Very common to see here in Zero Gravity Gaming, both IBS and Gold. We have seen it in the mid lane quite a bit with the Glacial Augment, definitely more utility focused than damage focused, but can be very effective in these team fights and combos very well with the Lucian and the Braum. Meanwhile, PSA now going to pick up the Malzahar, so definitely once again showing us that they do want to play more towards that mid game. Malzahar very good at getting picks and rotations in those early to mid game skirmishes, so we will see how they play that one out. Malzahar also, of course, does have quite a bit of late game damage. However, I want to know what their top laner is before I really kind of say they have to win by mid game. Meanwhile, GSG picking up Xerath and Set. Set, of course, very, very popular right now, has had a nerf to his shield. I forgot the name of the ability, but it will come back to me. His shield, the Haymaker. There we go. As we see Xerath being picked up, definitely more of a comfort pick here for Goon Squad Gaming, but can be very potent in the early to mid game, as well as can be very, very effective at outlaning shorter ranged mages such as Malzahar. Obviously, Malzahar passive is going to help a bit with that, as we see PSA picking up the Kled in the top lane. Definitely a double bruiser top lane is one of those things that you see quite a bit of here. But once again, PSA, as I've been saying throughout this entire draft, definitely looking for early to mid game. Kled can be very good in lane, but if he is even or behind come mid game, he is behind. Same issue with the Lucian, especially up against a Misfortune, who does scale extremely well into the late game. So I do want to see PSA go for the early to mid game rotations, picks, and steam roll, because that is their win condition here. Meanwhile, Goon Squad Gaming has a very, very strong team fight with the set, able to get the Sejuani or Braum into a gigantic ultimate if he can make it, as we see lots of damage coming in the backline from Misfortune and Xerath. Xerath and Set both can make mid-game rotations or counter rotations to help mitigate the PSA game plan here, as well as the Jarvan going to look for those level 2, level 3 ganks. As we see them move into the in-game champ select, we do see Goon Squad Gaming did have side selection. They did decide... Oh, sorry about that. They did decide to pick the blue side here, as we see Set being picked up there in the top lane for the Epi Champion up against the Kled. And that leads us into tonight's lane matchups. First up, it is the top lane, Set versus Kled. Definitely one of those matchups that, if it weren't for Set's nerf, I would say is Set favored, but at the moment I would say it's more of a skill matchup. Kled not necessarily meta right now, as Set definitely is higher up in that meta tier list, but he can be very effective at dealing with the kind of damage that Set wants to dish out with his mobility. So I want to see the Kled kind of play around his E a bit more than you would typically see. Obviously, you see the QE combo from Kled being used a lot. Definitely want to be seeing that E be used more evasively to keep him from being stunned and bullied by the Set in lane. Meanwhile, in the jungle, it will be Jarvan versus Sejuani. As we have already said, Jarvan a bit more of an early game jungler than Sejuani. This used to not be the case, but at the moment Sejuani definitely not as strong early game, but still very good in late game, very good in team fights, and also very good in these mid game kind of picks that are the game plan for Poro-Snax Anonymous. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Xerath versus Malzahar. In lane, I would say this one is a bit Xerath favored. Malzahar definitely does not struggle against Xerath as much as other short to mid-range mages do. However, Xerath, with careful placement of his spells, can play through the Malzahar passive and Voidlings, especially in the early levels, to get that level 6 first, make the rotation down to the bot lane, and secure a kill for his AD carry. As we move on to the bot lane, though, it will be Misfortune versus Morgana, or sorry, Misfortune Morgana versus Lucian Braum. Misfortune Morgana, not necessarily a combo we say is one of the power combos of bot lane, but both are very strong in their own right. Misfortune definitely top of the meta as far as AD carries are concerned right now. Scales very well in the late game, has a decent laning phase, and the Morgana gonna help her get through that quite a bit, as they can play aggressive. However, it is Lucian Braum being brought up by Poro-Snax Anonymous here, which does mitigate a bit of Morgana's poke with the stand behind me and associated abilities, as well as the general aggression that you can see from a Lucian Braum that you typically don't see from a Braum lane, just due to how well they synergize. In addition to that, as I kind of already stated, Braum plus Sejuani, look for those early game ganks, will be able to get that permafrost passive off very easily. Alongside the Braum slow, it will be a very interesting lane to watch. So definitely watch towards that bottom lane in the early game here, as that's going to really dictate the flow of the game. All that being said, though, as I am solo casting and I don't have someone else to take up the space, and I've gone through all the lane matchups and general win conditions, we are going to take a quick break, but we will be right back with more Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League.
your name, girl. I figured that was it. I stopped playing your game, girl. Yeah, I thought I could quit. I'm all up in my head, I'm sorry for what I did. Wish I could have it unsaid. Just make it right instead of treating me like I'm dead. Is it too late to
girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League. It is week number 8. It is the Poro-Snax Anonymous on the red side. It is Goon Squad Gaming on the blue side. My name is Phoenix, solocasting from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and we are getting ready to go. Game number 1 right now. As we see Poro-Snax moving in towards the bottom side as a 5-man. Same thing actually coming in from both teams. They do see each other here. Let's see if there's side to skirmish, and a Q is thrown from the Morgana. Wards are placed, but no major 5v5s happening quite yet. Actually, I said that a bit sooner, so Warnie going to go ahead, try to get a bit of permafrost on to Foxy here, but not able to get much more as the bear trap on the rope, not able to pull the AD carry towards the rest of the team. So in general, trades going in favor of the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous here, but the binding does hit on to the Cloud, so he's not able to get back, unlike the members of Goon Squad Gaming. As we do see Braum taking out super low. This might actually be first blood, and it is. The crit coming off of Misfortune off of the Q will mean that Foxy picks up the first blood before minions spawn in this game. On the blue side, of course, it is Goon Squad Gaming, the Epi champion in the top lane, Physical in the jungle, Velius-X in the mid lane, Foxy in the AD carry position, and Cuddle Me Bennett in support. Meanwhile, on the red side, it is the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous in the top lane at Penguin, SPQR, Existence in the jungle, NASCW in the mid lane, the Whippy in the AD carry position, and Revan Storm in support. As we saw there, Misfortune does pick up the first blood off of a binding from the Morgana. Do have to be careful in those early 5v5s, in those early invades, as we saw from both teams. Going for the bot side did lead to that first blood going over. Revan Storm now was the target, so not the worst person to get caught out in that endeavor if you are the side of the Poro-Snax, but that is quite a bit of gold going over very early to this Misfortune. She has not backed yet, so not much use of it at the moment. As we see, Braum actually showing some of that trademark aggression as he is able to get the stun onto Foxy, taking out about 200 health. And this is what we talk about with the Lucian Braum lane. You have Braum going forward, going to hit the Q and get the concussive blows passive, proccing as the Lucian goes through. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, flag and drag onto NASCW. The stun going to be a miss from Velius-X as the Malzahar trying to move his way out. One more auto will do it, and there it is. Velius-X going to get the pick up kill, as that is his first kill of the game, going over to that mid laner. Flash is going to be used from both the jungle and the mid laner on the side of Goon Squad Gaming, though, so do watch for that, as Scarl almost going down in the top lane. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we do see Misfortune having the lane shoved in. This is to be expected against the Lucian Braum, but if you look at the amount of minions left, she should end up with a slight CS lead going into the rest of the lane, as Penguin going to lose Scarl here, the Epic champion, going to force the shotgun. Penguin SPQR going to go down to the Haymaker, and the Epic champion going to pick up that one. 3 quick kills coming out from Goon Squad Gaming, and we are only 4 minutes in the game, people, and they are 1,500 gold ahead. Not where Poro-Snax wants to be at all with their mid-game spiking team comp. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Smite going to be going over to the blue side as the Permafrost passive does hit on a Physical. The rotations are coming in from the red side a bit first. Cuddle Me Bennett flashing forward, gonna get the root and the ignite gonna land, but the Whippy does not go down as Physical will kill Existence. Now the Whippy chasing back onto the Misfortune as Velius-X in a bit of trouble, going to get hit by the Malzahar. Flash forward, and Braum gonna be able to pick up that one as the set had TP down, going to use his punches and the Haymaker to equalize the kills, as it is a 2 for 2 right now. NASCW will go down as well, so a 3 for 2 in favor of the side of Goon Squad Gaming, and they're looking for more. The Whippy has to use his dash to get over. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the trade kill. Foxy down to about 100 health, and he will get the trade as both AD carries go down. Now that is a 4-4-3 extended in the bot lane, but still in favor of Goon Squad Gaming. As we continue in this laning phase, this is so bloody. Holy crap. Top lane, as we do have a bit of a breather, Penguin is going ahead and doing Clud things on this tower. The 5 minutes extra armor on the tower did go down, so that will be a plate going over to the Clud. But at the moment, a 2k gold lead right now for Goon Squad Gaming, and it's only 5 minutes into the game. We'll see how well they can use this to their advantage, as Misfortune already picking up the BF sword and beginning to push in against this Lucian. As we see, Sejuani now did get the sweeper spotted out by the Morgana, so they do know that she's here. As we see the Jarvan beginning to rotate towards this dragon pit. It is the Ocean Dragon for the first dragon in the game, but that is kind of not really important. All it shows is that the soul will not be Ocean Soul, and souls are the name of the game. As you see, Penguin not going to get the stun on SPQR. The Haymaker actually going to be able to hit, as Penguin was not far enough back there as he hits the bear trap on the rope, and a physical clearing the ward in that bottom bush. This does leave them a bit of vision towards this dragon pit, and they know it, so they are going to go for it, as the Epic Champion going to force Skarl out. Shotgun going back. The Haymaker forcing the flash, as Epic Champion not able to pick up the kill, but the flash is gone for the lovable Yordle. Ocean Dragon does go over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming, as Penguin a bit far forward, gonna be pulled back in, and the Epic Champion going to use that to pick up the killing spree. 3 kills to 0 in this top lane, and the Kled not looking very happy right now. See in the mid lane just trades going down between the two champions, but we see how Malzahar does struggle a bit in lane against the Xerath, despite the Voidlings and the I almost said the wrong name for the ability. It is the Malefic Visions. Existence now moving in towards the mid lane, just clearing out vision. Very bloody first 7 minutes of the game here, but that now gives us a bit of a respite I should say, to assess the situation across the map. This is where I would normally give it to my color caster, but as I am solo casting tonight, I will have to do this analysis on my own. We do see a lane swap coming in from the side of Poro-Snax. They are so far behind in these lanes right now. They just want a bit of an easier mashup for this Lucian Braum. As we see the recalls coming through for the Goon Squad bot lane, they will back and then move up towards this top lane to match the lane swap in a bit. But this does give some free farm over to Lucian. He is 10 CS behind on the Misfortune here. They have to know the lane swap is coming. Kled's not seeing them. And Sejuani's on the other side of the map. Jarvan is roaming up, so this might be a bit hairy for Poro-Snax if they move a bit too far up, as NASCW and Velius X are trading in that mid lane. And here comes the Jarvan. They're a bit far up for this. Misfortune is around here. Comes Morgana, the flash forward, the stun. Revan Storm now going to get ulted very soon. He hasn't looked for it yet. The flag and drag going in. Revan Storm taken down to about 200 health. He will go down to Foxy as the binding does land under tower. The Ignite going to go through it. Epic Champion going to be taken down low by the tower, but not going to go down, as the Morgana will pick up the kill there. And a clean 2 kills for nothing from Goon Squad Gaming. These rotations right now are insane, and they're playing well above their weight class and record right now. So we see them moving in around this Rift Herald pit. 9-minute Rift Herald here. They're going to be able to get the place off that and maybe a tower, as we see physical flagging and dragging over the wall, and then taking the blast cone back over to mitigate the Sejuani, as the binding does miss wide. Existence still looking for an opportunity to get in this pit, but going to decide against it as the Rift Herald is picked up by physical. And Goon Squad Gaming looking very, very happy right now. 3.2k gold lead at 9 minutes. And Poro-Snax up here on the top lane with their bottom lane duo, as Goon Squad Gaming did in fact match that lane swap. And the Haymaker gonna stop the recall for a second from the Kled. But the champion gonna go ahead, get caught by the bear trap. The rope, the jousting comes through. Nothing him down about half health. Penguin at SPQR might be able to find a bit here, as Skarl is about to go down. Epic Champion might be able to get the trade here, as we see in the top lane. Not even a contest. Physical on killing spree, catching out that Sejuani. I don't even think he needed to pop the ultimate there, as Penguin SPQR getting stopped on his recall again by the Haymaker, and there's the ultimate. Epic Champions on a rampage, as we see in the top lane. The ultimate from both the mid laner and AD carry do get used, as Lucian will be able to trade the kill over, so it is a 1-for-1 in the top lane. But Penguin SPQR are not very happy right now, 0-3-0 on this Kled, as we see a 4-0-4 set take place. This looks like it might be a runaway early game here from the side of Goon Squad Gaming, as we are almost done with the laning phases. Only about 3 or 4 minutes left to move in. The next dragon is spawning in under a minute here. We will see what that is in a moment, as Velisex going to go ahead and push this mid wave. They want to be able to get dragon control. They want to be able to get as many as they can as we move into this mid game. NASCW just trying to farm up. He realizes he's his team's late game insurance, and he needs to get to that, but he is 20 CS down on the enemy mid laner at the moment. Lucian Braum gonna go ahead and start taking this tower plate in the top lane, as Epic Champion does go up there. They want to be able to keep their AD carry towards that bottom side of the map, as the dragon is spawning in less than 30 seconds. They're already positioned around it, and I believe they're going to be able to get this one uncontested, as there is no Lucian Braum in that bot lane, and they don't have a TP for them to rotate down there. It is an Infernal Dragon, so Soul will either be the Cloud Dragon or the Mountain Dragon, but the Infernal will go over to Goon Squad Gaming uncontested, as we see Poro-Snax bot lane go ahead and clean up the vision towards the top lane. It will be a Mountain Dragon Soul coming out. Definitely one of those souls that can turn a game if it is going poorly, but they do need to get 4 Mountain Dragons to pick that one up, as Existence now going to take the boss gun over, sputter out on the ward. This might actually be the chance. Scarl going to use the charge, but not able to find anyone with it, as Flash going to flash over the wall. 2 stacks permafrost, but he does get stunned up by the Morgana, and Existence going to get the kill, going over to Foxy, as Penguin SPQR are now going to get traded on. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Lucian was able to get the kill on the set with the culling, as we see more fighting happening in the bot lane. Scarl going to go away from Kled, as Penguin SPQR chasing under the tower, not going to be able to get it with a double barrel shotgun. One more Q will do it, and Penguin goes down to Foxy on a rampage, 5-1-4 on this misfortune. And even though the set goes down, the shutdown goal did go over. It still is in favor of Goon Squad Gaming, and they are firmly in control of this game right now as we head into the mid game. Pre-14 tower 2. This is insane. As we move into the mid game, assessing the state of the map, definitely Goon Squad Gaming's firmly in control of the game. They do only have 1 tower plate in the bot lane, but they did get a pre-14 tower in the mid lane, as 2 tower plates have gone down in both the top and the bot lane in favor of Poro-Snax Anonymous. So they do have a bit of gold, pretty much all on their AD carry. One of those plates was taken by Kled, but the rest had been taken by the Lucian, as he does have his Blade of the Ruined King as his first item. Next item with the double longsword, probably going to be an Essence Reaver, I would expect, as the Essence Reaver has already been picked up by the Misfortune. She has Berserker's Greaves, and she's going to start building into her next item, most likely Infinity Edge. As we see, both bot lanes here in the top lane. Root gonna land and gonna hit the W. Some of the damage gonna be blocked by the Braum wall. Braum shield. The Unbreakable, if you will. As we see Jarvan roaming up, and they just have so much vision here. They know he's not spotted out. So Braum gonna use to stand behind me to move out of there, as Physical does get spotted out on the ward. They know they can't play much more towards this, as Malzahar trying to catch out Velius on the rotation. He is 2 levels down, but Sejuani is here. He just needs to get his combo, but it's not going to happen. It's Konomi Bennett and Physical are already here. The flag, the drag, and the ultimate going to be used, and the kill going over to Jarvan, as Revenstorm now rotating down with his AD carry. I'm not quite sure about that one, as it would be an outnumbered fight. And GSG looking for even more blood in the enemy top jungle. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Penguin SPQ on the Epic Champion. Doing top laners things. The set, almost to his Triforce. Bud did opt for the Tiamat here. Does have a small CS advantage, but the gold definitely in favor of the set. Off those kills, 1,000 gold over on the set right now, as they do have a 6k gold lead at 15 minutes. Of Champion going back in on a Penguin with the 2-level advantage that he currently has. Penguin not very happy right now. Gonna miss that bear trap in the rope, actually. As well as the second Rift Herald going to go down for the side of Goon Squad Gaming. They want to pop that again. As we are 15 minutes into the game, and it feels like we've been in this game for quite a long time. The kills definitely say so. 17 kills to 5 across the board. As Penguin now farming up that bot lane. Next dragon, of course, going to be the Mountain Dragon, is up in less than a minute. Vision currently slightly in favor of the side of Goon Squad Gaming towards the bottom side of the map, but neither team really has much. This might be a chance for the side of Poro-Snax and Anonymous to find the vision and potentially find anything else. As Braum gonna flash, but instead gonna get stunned up, force the flash out of the enemy mid laner, and he uses the ultimate. But Velius already too far gone, as they will start clearing out this vision. Going to be about 30 seconds left until the Mountain Dragon spawns, and it will be a 5v5. Most likely, Set does have TP available to him as he split pushes his top lane, and the SCW going to be caught out, not going to be stunned up though by the Xerath. As the bottom turret goes down, Kled going to be rotating up as Physical, looking for the ultimate, going to find it with the flag and drag. Ultimate not quite there, but there's the Misfortune ultimate, and she gets suppressed by the Malzahar as Cuddly Bennett is on a killing spree. Doesn't even matter though, as double kill going to come forward for the Jarvan. The Xerath ultimate going to take down the AD carry, and the ace coming in for Goon Squad Gaming. It doesn't matter if the Malzahar can stop the Misfortune from ulting, if the rest of the team falls to the Jarvan and Xerath. Goon Squad Gaming really well executed on that play. We're able to get an ace, only losing the Morgana in exchange. Gonna pop the Rift Herald in this mid lane. They do now have tank stats from the Ocean Dragon, of course, no longer giving extra damage towards objectives. Charge gonna go off, but no damage done to the Rift Herald as the turret already went down, so they will get a charge out on this inner turret as we see the bot lane outer going down. Goon Squad Gaming really clean this game right now. As we do see Poro-Snax trying to push out these lanes. I'm just not sure how they can get back into this. As we kind of stated in Champ Select, they are a team that wants to get the mid-game power spike, and they are down almost 9,000 gold in this mid-game right now. As Velius going to go ahead and recall. Baron going to be up in a minute and 45 seconds. As we see this 3-man Poro-Snax squad rotating towards top lane, going to be spotted out on the enemy vision. As Morgana and Misfortune are like, nope, I don't want to deal with that. I'm just going to leave. And indeed they do. As we have a bit of a lull in the action, let's assess this game state. 300 gold bounty on the Jarvan, 550 on the Xerath. He has 2 items, while the Malzahar doesn't even have his first right now. Lunar Echo and Deathcap to just the components of a Lunar Echo. In the bot lane, 400 gold bounty on this Misfortune, as she does have Essence Reaver and going to start building into the IE. As we see an engage happening in the top lane, the ultimate from Existence going to catch out Physical as well as a shutdown gold going to go over to Lucian. Xerath does ultimate there to try to get a trade kill, but won't find it. So definitely the type of picks that you want to see from Poro-Snax Anonymous, but it might be a little bit too little and a little bit too late. Regardless, that shutdown gold goes very nicely over to the Lucian, and that is where you want that gold. As we see Foxy positioning here, he should know Revenstorm is close by. Almost in range. Gonna miss the Q as the Whippy forcing the flash out of Foxy. Gonna use the culling to take her down to about 300 health. Flash forward, and the auto is gonna do it. The Whippy gonna get the shutdown on to the enemy. Misfortune as X is here. Gonna get the stun onto Revenstorm as he gets ignited now. Cuddle Me Bennett is up here. Gonna get the root. Revenstorm forced to use the stopwatch as he goes down to X now. Misfortune trying to get the trade kill on a Cuddle Me Bennett. Will be able to find it as the Whippy now is down to 200 health. Tries to dash for the wall. Gonna be a miss as Physical will pick up that one. So it is a couple of bot lanes traded in that top lane. But overall, gold going in favor of Poro-Snax Anonymous as they were able to get the shutdown gold from the Misfortune. Xerath, though, still very scary with 2 completed items. As you see, Physical in existence, trading it out. Flag and drag. Here comes the mid laner, and X is unstoppable. And I can't sing, but I'm doing it anyway. That's fine. Goon Squad Gaming is ahead by 6,600 gold. Gold. Poro-Snax trying to push these lanes out. They need to find these picks, and they need to find them without having to trade, and I'm not sure if they can even force them at this point, as the set can pretty consistently win these 1v2s. Kled, not so lucky right now, has the Black Cleaver, but nothing else. The set almost finished on his Sterix gauge. Once again, Misfortune, just a BF sword away from the Infinity Edge, is about 700-ish gold away from that at the moment. 600-ish gold away from the BF sword at the moment. As we see, Lucian actually does have the Essence River built, so he is a full item up. However, one of those items was forked, so it is going to be a little bit less gold. As we actually see, Lucian is up on Misfortune and gold right now, purely off of the CS lead. He does actually have quite a few kills. Pretty much all of his team's kills do go on him. So, I did say mostly a CS lead, but actually it's a combination of kills and CS. Lucian definitely not in the worst spot right now if you are Poro-Snax, but you definitely don't want to give this Mountain Dragon over. And here comes the charge, able to find onto the Epic Champion, but Revenstorm taken down super low. The ultimate from Misfortune, able to get huge damage in on the rest of the team as Foxy gonna pick up most of the kills there. Penguin now forced to flash. Kled going to lose his mount as Skarl goes down. Kled will go down, the double kill going over to the Epic Champion, and it's a clean ace going over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming. They get the dragon, they get the soul, and they're going to go right over to the Baron. As we see, very well played from side of Goon Squad Gaming. The execution there pretty much flawless as they were able to get the ultimate on to the carries of the Poro-Snax and get the Misfortune ultimate to do all the damage it needs to do in those fights. This will be an uncontested Baron as the respawn timers just were a bit too long to contest it, and they will reset the map. Again, pushing top lane tower looks to be the first place they want to do it, as that still has not go down. Or that still has not gone down, I should say. X going to pick up his blue buff before backing, and the Epic Champion going to get a bit more gold before taking his back. Foxy can take the red buff as the Infinity Edge and Essence Reaver, so looking forward to that. As I was kind of surprised by looking at the gold, but definitely is the case right now. Lucian has a 1.5k gold lead on the Misfortune, so that is shown in the shard and the dagger. He will be building in towards what I would assume is a rapid fire cannon. I don't think he would build the other one of the shard items here. As you see, Penguin going to get caught out here, getting rooted up as Foxy is here for the fallout damage, as is Xerath. One more hit of the ultimate will do it. He barely misses that, so it will actually go over to Cuddle Me Bennett if the Ignite tick goes forward. Not going to find it, so Kled lives another day, as the rest of Poro-Snax looking to find potentially a follow-up. Cuddle Me Bennett, though, going to get the roots down, going to force them off of the towers. The Epic Champion is pushing in the top lane. 1-4ing it across the map here. Set has quite a bit of a wave to his name, and with the Baron buff should be going in a bit more as the ultimate from the farm is going to be used. The Misfortune ultimate going to be blocked by the Unstoppable as Physical goes into the backline, but will take his life for it. The Whippy going to get the kill there. Meanwhile, Foxy, though, doing big damage. The Epic Champion is TP'd in, and he was able to get the rest as double kill goes from Misfortune. The ultimate from the Epic Champion going to be used to get a double kill of his own as the Whippy now, the only member of his team alive, going to get slowed up by the Misfortune W, force the flash, and will end up back in his base, but it is a bit too little and a bit too late. As we see Goon Squad Gaming, they have the Baron buff, they have 4 members of the team, and it's just the Lucian left. It will be Goon Squad Gaming taking this one in 25 minutes. Dominant performance from them as they try to find the last kill. Instead, going to kill the Nexus as any good team will. And there you have it, game number 1 going over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming in what can only be described as an utter stomp. Definitely not something I expected given how close these teams are in the standings right now, but it looks like Goon Squad Gaming, something has clicked with them and they just steamrolled over Poro-Snax Anonymous. Meanwhile, Poro-Snax, they picked an early to mid-game team, and instead of snowballing due to a few early catches by the side of Goon Squad, ended up playing from behind the whole time and were unable to capitalize on what was technically an ahead Lucian, just due to the fact that there was so much gold on the enemy team. So from the side of Goon Squad, very well played. From the side of Poro-Snax, I'm not sure what they should go into the next draft. That's normally what I would ask my color caster here, but if I were a color caster and I were a pundit, as it were, I would say they need to draft a bit safer and they need to draft a bit late, and they also need to adjust their early game plans here to try to shut down whatever Physical brings in as far as these early ganks go. That being said, we're going to take a quick break as we get ready to go for game number 2. We'll be back with more of the Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League right after the break.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing. Keep your words naked. You got me blushing. And you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you and me. And you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you and me. I can see you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League Week 8 matchup between Poro-Snax Anonymous and Goon Squad Gaming. It is game number 2. Poro-Snax Anonymous going to be on the blue side, Goon Squad Gaming going to be on the red side, despite what is said in the pro draft right now. The names were reversed, but it is the correct teams drafting. Goon Squad Gaming coming away with a bit of a lead in game 1, a bit of a stomp, as we see Poro-Snax Anonymous going to ban away the set. Definitely did make top lane very difficult. Was able to make quite a few TP plays and was able to make that game very, very, very stompy in favor of Goon Squad Gaming. As we see, Goon Squad Gaming did ban away Echo and Swain again, but this time, as they are red side, they will ban away the Ornn. That leaves Aphelios up as the blind pick for the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous. Top tier AD carry right now, as we will see Misfortune once again being picked up from the side of Goon Squad Gaming. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Jarvan also going to be picked up. Both these champions did so much work for the side of Goon Squad in the last game. As they are left up, I wonder what PSA is going to have in retaliation. It will be Aphelios and Braum in the bot lane here. The Braum didn't do as well against Misfortune Morgana as it really could have in the last game. That was mostly due to some early kills going over to Misfortune off the invade, as Sylas will be picked up. That was banned away from them last game, so we'll see how well that is played in the hands of SCW as we wait to see what Goon Squad will pick up in their next pick. And it will be Nautilus. Not the Misfortune, but definitely one of those champions that can be very good in aggressive lanes, and does pair pretty well with Misfortune, not as well as Morgana, I would say, but I wonder what the rest of their strategy is for this draft, as they do ban away Rek'Sai and Sejuani. As Xerath going to be banned away was a problem for PSA to deal with in that last game, so definitely giving it, or taking away from Goon Squad Gaming, keeping on banning away those mid laners, as we will see the Malzahar being banned away. They don't want Goon Squad to get it, and they aren't going to pick it up this game, so I wonder, they already have Sylas, so of course they're not going to pick it up this game. I am sorry. But I wonder what Goon Squad will pick in their mid lane here as well. They do have quite a bit of Wombo, and they have late game damage, so I want to see maybe something like a Galio as a soft counter to the Sylas, plus the ability to combo well with the Jarvan and Nautilus. Instead, it will be the Veigar being picked up by the... Oh, sorry, that is Vel'Koz, not Veigar. Being picked up by the side of Goon Squad Gaming. Vel'Koz does combo well with Jarvan as well. Definitely one of those champions that in the right hands can be very, very, very potent. A movement going to be picked up by the side of PSA. A bit more of a team fighter jungler than the Sejuani. Not as much of an early gamer, but definitely... PSA, instead of having an early mid-game comp, they do have quite a bit of late-game scaling with the Aphelios with the Sylas. Goon Squad, however, still has quite a bit of late game with the Misfortune and the Vel'Koz. We will see what their top laner is, as Goon Squad will be counter-picking against the Cho'Gath that will be picked up by the side of PSA. Once again, more late-game scaling. They have a bit more of a front line than they did last game, but they still need to find a way to... disrupt the Wombo combos that are going to come out, and it is going to be Mordekaiser being picked up from the side of Goon Squad. It was banned away last game, and definitely one of those champions that in a normal teamfight composition you don't normally will see, but can be used for a 1-4 split push, or can be used in the team fights to get rid of this Cho'Gath or Sylas or Aphelios and make it much easier for his team to actually win, as we are getting ready to go on the in-game lobby and in-game champ select. We shall see what it do, as it were. We are just waiting for the teams to get ready here. About to start it. And we are now in the in-game draft. Goon Squad Gaming on the red side, Poro-Snax Anonymous on the blue side.
I promise.
As we get ready to go, it's time to talk about these lane matchups. Starting in the top lane, it will be the Cho'Gath versus the Mordekaiser. Definitely Cho'Gath, not one of those champions you typically will see at the high elos at the moment. However, still fairly common in gold, silver, and the like. Definitely a safer blind pick, very good in frontline, and can do quite a bit of damage if the occasion occurs for it. Do watch out for the Devour though, as that true damage is so spicy and can be used to delete a carry off the face of the earth if he's able to get the stacks. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser, as we were kind of saying a bit before, can be very potent in a split push, very potent in lane, but also within the context of these team comps in team fights, able to take a carry off the face of the earth, or an engage tool off the face of the earth, as PSA will try to get their wombo combo off. Once again, Misfortune, Vel'Koz plus Jarvan. That's a lot of ultimates and a lot of deaths if they can stack them appropriately. Into the jungle, we will have a Mumu versus the Jarvan. Definitely expected from the side of Goon Squad Gaming to take this Jarvan again. It worked wonders for them last game. But on the other side, it is the Amumu. Sejuani was banned away here, but also Amumu, very good with the team fight ultimate, can be used to counter engage. However, he gets a stun on his Q. He does not on his ultimate. So he's able to single target stun, but his ultimate is a root, which does not stop Vel'Koz ult, and that doesn't stop Misfortune ult. So that is not going to be used as a counter engage. Instead, he is going to try to get into these fights, or he should try to get into these fights before the Jarvan, Vel'Koz, and Misfortune can set up for their wombo combo. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it is Sylas versus Vel'Koz. SCW had a Sylas ban away last game. We'll be able to grab it this game. Definitely a comfort pick for him, but can also be very useful up against the likes of a Jarvan and up against the likes of a Mordekaiser and up against the likes of a Misfortune, stealing those ultimates, evening out things in the team fight. Will be a target for the Mordekaiser to ult here, because if Sylas goes ahead and steals Mordekaiser ults and then ults the Jarvan before Mordekaiser can ult the Sylas, then they are not able to set up their team fight, and they have less of a front line available to them. As we continue down the list, though, it will be Aphelios Braum versus Misfortune Nautilus. Sorry, didn't say much about Vel'Koz. Can do very well against Sylas in lane. Sylas, of course, does not do as well against high range mages as he does against short to mid range mages. So definitely one of those picks where I would expect Vel'Koz to come ahead in lane. However, Sylas, if he's able to make the map rotations he needs to make in the mid game, will be able to come out ahead in these fights. Now, moving on to the bot lane, Aphelios Braum versus Misfortune Nautilus. Neither of which are typical, like, traditional bot lane combinations, but both of which scale very big into the late game. Braum can be oppressive in lane, Nautilus can be oppressive in lane, and given the fact that there's a Jarvan and a Sylas in play, I would expect an explosive bot lane once again in this particular game, especially around the 5 to 7 minute mark. I would expect Sylas and or Jarvan to roam down there and try to find the picks that they want to get. As that is said, though, it is time for us to go to a little break as we get ready for the game, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League. See you in a second.
gravity.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zero Gravity Gaming Gold League Week number 8 matchup between Goon Squad Gaming and Poro-Snax Anonymous. My name is Phoenix, solo casting from the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, as we see Goon Squad Gaming going in for the top lane invade. 5 points coming in from the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous. Goon Squad, though, not going to find much, as we do see Amumu go for that aggressive ward. Goon Squad going ahead and ward here, as they do see Penguin in that Cho'Gath. Won't be hit by the Q from the Vel'Koz, but we're all good. As for the comment in chat, yes, it's been a stable lane for a while. However, when I say traditional bot lane, I'm talking more about those combos that have been there for however many seasons, and we're all like, okay, you have Lucian, Braum's up, you're gonna pick Braum, right? And yes, definitely, Silas, not a champion you want to pick Leona into, especially because you already have quite a few ultimates that he can steal and make use of in these fights. So see both junglers actually starting on the blue side jungle. Jarvan was able to go ahead and take Amumu's blue buff here, but Amumu does know what's going on. He does handshake the vertical jungle. As we see, Karomi Bennett gonna hit the hook on to Revan Storm. Concussive Blows passive not able to proc there. But definitely already fewer kills at this stage in the game than there were last game. As we see pings coming in, they do no moves on their red buff, but he will be able to get out of here as the bot lane is available. Nope, never mind. Gonna get ignited, forcing the flash out. Flash forward from the Vel'Koz, gonna use the W to pick up the kill, and the first blood will go over to Velius X as Amumu not able to get down towards his laners fast enough. Now the follow-up as the Dredge line gonna hit onto the AD carry, the Whippy, going to be able to get the stand behind me and Unbreakable to save his ADC, but he will go down for it. Physical will get the kill onto the Braum, but Aphelios will be able to live another day. As once again, Goon Squad have 2 early kills in this matchup of a champion, trading in onto Penguin. Definitely one of those lanes that not really favored one way or the other, but Mordekaiser does have a bit better early game. So we will see kind of these trades going in until we see stats stacking on the Cho'Gath as we see the Dredge line hitting in onto the Whippy. And Mordekaiser going to hit his full combo on a Penguin, actually. Is not able to get W or the silence off on to the enemy top laner. He will be forced to take an early back and TP here, as he has 1,000 gold total, 500 gold. He will go ahead and buy a Ruby Crystal, start building into the Catalyst. Will either be a Rod of Ages or an Abyssal Mask here. Could be either. I actually do favor the Abyssal Mask just due to the amount of AP on both these teams. It does help the Cho'Gath quite a bit, but if he wants to go damage Cho'Gath, obviously it's not the item you want to go for, as we see gank happening in the mid lane. Velius X forced to pop the barrier here, but it will be a flash for the secured kill, and ASCW able to pick up the kill there, as the flash was already down from Velius on that bottom lane gank. Very good heads-up play from the Amumu and Silas to pick that one up. As we now see, Misfortune has a bit of a wave to farm up here, so she will get a bit of a CS lead immediately. But not to be afraid at the moment. Definitely a slower early game than there was in the previous one. But as it's kind of saying in the draft, watch the 5 to 7 minutes, see who's going to come into the bot lane. They've already made one gank happen. And Aphelios and Braum are a bit pushed up. Junglers starting to rotate down there right now as the dragon has spawned. It will be Infernal, so no Infernal Soul this game. As we see your typical laning for once this series. Vel'Koz definitely having a good time against the Silas right now, down about 6 CS, but gold between the two of them is about even at the moment. He's able to shove in that lane, get position around this Infernal Dragon. If both teams do want to get this one for its combat stack, Sid will be the only one in the game, as Penguin SPQ are going to get pulled out almost under tower, but going to hit the knock-up onto the other champion to trade that one back. Heals from the Mordekaiser are a bit strong, though, as we wait and see when they decide to move in on to that dragon. He's up from both these top laners and from the Silas. So you do need to see the Vel'Koz rotate before the Silas does, especially now because the Mumu is waiting for the rotate to come down from the Vel'Koz. And ASCW going to go ahead with the Abscond Abduct. Will get knocked up by the QW combo, or sorry, the WE combo, I should say, from the Vel'Koz. As the dragon is being taken, Mumu is aware of this, but he's not going to be able to get into the pit, and instead just going to say, you know what, you can have the Infernal Dragon, it's not the soul anyway, you'll get 4% extra combat stats, but it is not the end of the world at this stage in the game. The Cloud Dragon will be the next one to show up, So the soul will either be mountain or ocean, as we see NASCW getting engaged on, but here comes the re-engage. Cuddle Me Bennett now taking out super low. Vel'Koz gonna use his ultimate to counter the Silas Vel'Koz ultimate. Physical gonna get the kill on to the enemy Amumu as the chase coming in from the side of GSG. They will pick up the kill onto the support, and now the AD carries the AP champion gonna pick up yet another one. Barrier gonna be popped from Velius-X as he is able to stay alive long enough to kill the Vel'Koz. A 3-4-0 in the bot lane in favor of Goon Squad Gaming, and just like that, they got themselves a 2K gold lead. Catalyst Evans, though, going to be picked up by Penguin SPQR. Do want to see if that will be the Abyssal Mask or if that will be the Rod of Ages. As I kind of already said here, I would actually prefer to see Abyssal Mask, even though it doesn't give the damage to the Vel'Koz. It helps with his Silas's damage output, and it helps against the Mordekaiser and the Vel'Koz, which I feel like is a bit more important than the extra AP that a Rod of Ages will give you. However, I am not the Cho'Gath in this particular scenario, so we shall see what he does, as he does have the ultimate up. He's already begun to stack that on minions. He wants the stacks, he wants the true damage. He wants a second smite for his team. As we see the Epic Champion coming out ahead in most of these trades right now, just due to the healing that he gets. But Penguin SPQR, not nearly in as bad a state as he was in the previous game. The Jarvan is up here, and he hasn't been spotted quite yet. Now going to be spotted in on the ward. The knockup going to land onto the Epic Champion. Physical going to use the Flag and Drag to force the flash. Here comes the Cataclysm, and Penguin going to go ahead and take one for the team as Physical picks up the kill there. So it will go over to the Jarvan. Not the champion you want to get the kills if you are the side of Poro-Snax, but definitely not as bad as getting it on your lane opponent. If you are the Cho'Gath, he does go for the Warrior enchant, so we will be seeing a damaged Jarvan come out once again this game. Worked last game, it might be able to work again this game, as we see Vel'Koz almost to his first item here. That will be the Luden's Echo, as the Hextech, not the GLP, the Hextech Perturbo will be picked up by the Silas as soon as he gets the gold for it, but he does opt for the early boots here. So 900 gold, he will be able to start building into that very, very soon. As we see Vision very clearly focused towards the bottom side of the map here from the side of Goon Squad Gaming. Poro-Snax, not nearly as much to Vision going out, and it's been showing because the Jarvan's been able to rotate pretty freely across the map. As champion now trading in on the Penguin. Going to use the ultimate to steal the stats there as Penguin SPQR now running away. Going to get the knock-up. Going to try to find the silence here as he makes his way out of the ultimate, but it's a bit too little, a bit too late, as Epic Champion will be able to pick up the kill in a nice solo kill in the top lane. He has the first parts of the Leandri's Torment, that will be the Haunting Guise, as we do see it will be the Abyssal Mask being picked up by the Cho'Gath here as he picks up a Null Magic Mantle. Next dragon spawning in a little bit. As we said, it will be the Cloud Dragon. We do have a Rift Herald up on the map right now. As we see the flash, the ultimates coming in from the Misfortune. As Rom going to use the ultimate to try to disengage the fight. He will get the trade kill back on the enemy support, but that is not the trade that you want. The AD carry for the support, as we see the mid lane, just going to be an easy kill going over to Velius-X as he was able to hit the EWR combo. Meanwhile, Penguin going to go ahead and silence on the Epic Champion, but not able to get much more damage going in as he begins a proxy farm. Here comes the Amumu, going to use the ultimate under tower, going to try to get physical, but instead Foxy was the one to aggress there, and instead was able to tank the tower for her jungler. Not something you typically see from an MF, but definitely effective at getting the kill onto the Amumu and getting the jungler out alive. As we see Penguin going to try to combat this proxy farm. The champion definitely showing his prowess there as he is able to win that trade through the enemy creeps. Did I say creeps? I've been playing too much Dota. It's minions in this game. Yes, I'll admit it. I've played Dota recently. Not as fun as League, but don't tell my friends I said that. Or the friends I play Dota with, I should say. As we do see the upper champion now going to move in with the pull. Get in front of the Cho'Gath. He's going to tank the tower here as he does get knocked up. Going to try to get Silence in, but not going to find it as the upper champion is on a killing spree. Silas roamed up, but realizes that's not going to be enough as physical now. Going to get spotted out by the Braum here. The rest of his team is rotating down. Existence going to be forced to actually flash to get out of the way of the Vel'Koz, which means that this is a free dragon going over to the side of the Goon Squad Gaming. It will be the Cloud Dragon. 10% reduced cooldowns going over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming as the Ocean Dragon will be the soul this game. Extra regen out of combat, and the soul, of course, giving the in-combat stats as well. See Goon Squad Gaming pushing in onto this mid tower. They have so much damage coming in. Tell me Bennett going to go in onto Existence to make sure he's not able to do a cheeky little ultimate. They'll be able to pick up 2 plates there for the side of Goon Squad Gaming as they move in towards their next objective, which will be the Rift Herald, as we see so much vision going up over here. Lots of control wards being placed by the side of Goon Squad, but they will start to be cleared out by the side of Poro-Snax Anonymous. They did actually miss a vision ward in their blue buff. As Goon Squad able to spot out everyone up here from Poro-Snax on the Scryer's Bloom. It does mean that Epic Champion can go ahead and split switch this bottom lane and hold his TP until a fight breaks out around this Rift Herald pit. Let's see how many plates he can get before the 14-minute mark here. No pre-14 towers as of yet, but Mordekaiser is able to push, able to get yet another plate, and so many plates going over to Goon Squad this game. No plates this game going over to the side of Poro-Snax. So definitely not where Poro-Snax want to be. They are down almost 7,000 at this point, but they are a late game scaling comp and not as dire a situation as if they're an early game comp. TP is going to be channeled as the engage comes in from NASDW. He's not able to find anything else. That's a misfortune. Uses the ultimate, but the Jarvan ultimate was not able to corral everyone else. Blue team going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald off of the Cho'Gath ultimate, but it's disastrous for them regardless, as Revenstorm will go down. The ace going to go over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming. They lose their jungler for it, but still in their favor. They lose the objective, they lose their jungler, but they get a heck of a gold lead, and they will be able to pick down this middle tower and potentially this top tower as well off of that fight. Epic Champion, right place, right time. Velisex, right place, right time. Did not get the wombo combo off. However, the Misfortune ultimate did do the damage that it needed to do, because Poro-Snax was still bunched up in front of her, and they still weren't able to kill her because they turned onto the Jarvan. So a bit of a misplay, I would say, from the side of Poro-Snax. They could have potentially turned that fight on to the Misfortune and gotten rid of quite a bit of their team fight damage before moving in onto the rest of the side of Goon Squad. However, Goon Squad coming ahead in that fight despite the Rift Herald going over to the side of Poro-Snax. The Cho'Gath does have that one available to him, but he still doesn't have the completed Abyssal Mask, and you got to be worried about that one as he is 40 CS down now on this Mordekaiser. And we see Penguin in a bit of trouble here. Does get the knock-up onto the Jarvan. Here comes Cuddle Me Bennett. Just needs to hit one dredge line, but the minions are in front of him. Penguin SPQ are going to try to use them. But the root's going to land, and the flag and the drag and the W ultimate from both of the members of Goon Squad as they will pick up the kill. Existence not there quite in time with her sad mummy to do much more, as this ultimate still is down. In fact, Foxy just got to auto the tower twice, or it should say 3 times. Instead, going to go in onto Existence as he weeds the autos in onto the tower. Bottom tower down, middle tower down, top tower down, all in favor of Goon Squad Gaming. They have a 10k gold lead at 16 minutes. This is actually a larger gold lead than it was in the last game, and still very bloody for them. 18 kills to 4. They have a 5-0-2 Mordekaiser, a 4-1-4 Vel'Koz, and a 3-0-6 Misfortune. Oblivion Orb is picked up for the Vel'Koz here. I would like him to sit on that item and buy another one, as that is more gold efficient. But we shall see. There really is only healing on the Silas here, so I don't believe that the Grievous Wound is necessary, but Silas gonna be missing the Abscond Abduct, as Realm Ultimate will be used as he takes the enemy support into the Shadow Realm, flash over the wall, so he will be taken low, but not low enough to go down. This Penguin SPQR will pick up that one with the Devour. And now, Poro-Snax. They have a bit of a advantage right now, 4v5 across the map. 16 seconds left on the respawn for the Epic Champion, but they aren't finding the fights. They are channeling the Rift Herald in this mid lane to try to grab this turret. As we see the fight start to break out here, Jarvan going in with Flag and Drag, the ultimate onto 2, but the misfortune damage was somewhere else. They're still able to get the kill on to the enemy jungler as a double kill will come in for the misfortune. She was able to get the kill onto the enemy top laner. Fox now taken out a bit low. 150 health. Existence not able to find the follow-up damage is on the side. The double kill will come in for the Vel'Koz. Voxy can actually go a bit too far forward and die to Existence there, so it won't be a clean ace, but it still is a triple kill going over to Velius X and a 2 for 5 in favor of the side of Goon Squad Gaming. They will move up on this Ocean Dragon. And they will take it. That is the Soul Dragon. We're going to get the first one. They need one more to grab the Dragon Soul. Well, Dragon Storm is here. I'm going to queue it, but will in fact go over to Cuddle Me Bennett. And thus go over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming. Excuse me for a second, I have to readjust my setup very quickly, and there we go. 9k gold lead right now for Goon Squad Gaming. As Poro-Snax now going to try to clear what vision there is, but once again, vision very, very far in favor of Goon Squad Gaming. They're throwing a vision clinic here for the rest of the teams in the Gold League. And not a huge fan of the Morello upgrade from the side of Velius X. I don't think the Grievous Wounds upgrade is worth it. I feel like there are better items to get, just purely from a stats perspective. Landry's Torment, maybe not in this case, but you could have gone for something else that is core and Vel'Koz, such as the Zonyo's Hourglass. That being said, though, does have the item completed. Silas still not completing all his items, as he did get his Sork Boots, but he did get a Lost Chapter here instead of upgrading to the GLP, so he does have the Hextech gun, or sorry, the Hextech revolver. He does have the blasting rounds. He can get the GLP now, but more than a full item behind on the Vel'Koz is a feels bad man. Especially when it's a 7-1 and 6 Vel'Koz, and the Misfortune, 5-1 and 9, does have 2 items to her name. It will be the Infinity Edge and the Essence Reaver, as we see Aphelios only on the Essence Reaver right now. Has 2 daggers, will be building into something with attack speed as the Whippy forced to flash by the Cataclysm. Physical chasing in. Here comes NASCW and the re-engage coming in, but the Braum not able to get the ultimate down, and it will only be on to the enemy supporters. Misfortune ultimate and the Vel'Koz ultimate are already there, able to get 1 kill in response. Revenant Storm takes down super low, but he's not going to go down quite yet, as Foxy is a bit far forward, won't get knocked up by the enemy Cho'Gath, and will be a mid laner for support in favor of Goon Squad Gaming, as Velius continues to pressure on to Poro-Snax. That looked like it could have been their fight, but the Braum ultimate sealed the fate of SCW, and they move in on to this mid lane tower. Penguin can get the knockup, but no follow-up damage means no turret aggro going over. And Poro-Snax not in the best position. They're fighting for their tier 3s soon, as 21 minutes into the game. And an 11k gold lead in favor of Goon Squad Gaming. You know what, Poro-Snax? gonna try to clear waves. Mordekaiser on the side here, actually gonna take his recall as he realizes Poro-Snax probably want to catch him in the bot lane, so I will recall. He will get back in there. He now has a completed Nashor's Tooth and a Hex Tech Revolver and a Kindle Gem. So we will be moving into the GLP soon. Actually, as we see Silas using the Blasting Wand and the... using the Blasting Wand plus the Lost Chapter to create the Luden's Echo here, as he still just has the Hex Tech Revolver. No Kindle Gem, meaning no GLP at the moment, but I would expect him to pick that up soon. Vel'Koz has completed Abyssal Mask, good for him. He does have Glacial Shroud now as well to kind of help against Misfortune damage. I would expect Frozen Heart to come out here, just because of the attack speed that Misfortune inherently gets off of her W. But we'll see what he decides to build. You also see Thornmail from the Amumu here. Not the biggest fan of this one. I don't think the Grievous Wounds is necessarily good against the Jarvan or the Misfortune here, even though the Jarvan has Conqueror, and I also don't think that that Misfortune is really going to be forced to hit the Amumu, and therefore won't be really bothered by the Thornmail passive here. Anonym Bennett gonna get the Dredge line, flag, and drag, and Revenstorm gonna go down pretty quickly to Foxy there. And the catch on to the Braum. No amount of Gargoyle Stone Plating will help you there. As he does have that, he will start building into the Redemption soon, I would expect, just based on the items he has in his inventory. Could be a Knife Vow, potentially, soon, but obviously, with the items he's got, not going to be the case. Existence now here, and the Epic Champion turns a 3v1 into a 1v1 as NASCW will go down in the Shadow Realm. Epic Champion now going to be rooted up by the Curse of Sad Mummy, flash over the wall, as the Epic Champion will be able to escape and gets the kill on to NASCW, getting out alive. This is why you don't gank a Mordekaiser like that. Yeah, as ultimate. Dredge line going to hit on to Penguin SPQR, and instead Bennett going to be knocked up. Still not going to take much damage though, as here comes the Vel'Koz, going to use the ultimate, but he does get knocked up by Revenstorm's ultimate as the mid turret does go down. Physical now moving in onto the inhibitor alongside his team, and they have the damage to just kind of take this while the Mordekaiser splits in the top lane. Revenstorm is back up. Sorry, NASCW, I should say, is back up, but Combi Bennett will be able to get the gold for that inhib. Baron is up. The top lane tower will go down ever so shortly, as it is down to half health here. And we wait and see what GSG decides to do. I would expect them to start rotating towards this Baron now, as they have lanes pushed across the map, really. And indeed, that is where they're going. Poro-Snax knows this is what they're going to be up to. It's going to be pretty obviously telegraphed. They need to get the Vel'Koz and the Amumu into the pit and steal this if they want to have a chance. But Goon Squad actually taking a reset here. Going to take their backs, realizing, hey, the lanes are pushed, but they're not exactly where we want them to take this, and Poro-Snax would have been able to go up there and contest it. Poro-Snax now going to take this opportunity to put wards down towards the buff here. Sorry, towards the Baron, I should say. But instead, GSG gonna go back and clear those wards. They have control wards pretty much everywhere. And right like that, Goon Squad Gaming has cleared all the vision that the side of Poro-Snax has given. 12,000 gold lead, 25 minutes. The game from the previous game was already over at this point, so Goon Squad Gaming playing it a bit slower. And SPQR not gonna be able to hit the EW combo, but still, or I should say Velius not able to hit the EW combo, but Penguin SPQR still getting chunked out for a bit despite the Abyssal Blast. This is the Existence going in with the Abscond Abduct. The Vel'Koz ultimate gonna be popped, and we see the Curse of the Sad Mummy not doing what it needs to do as the Misfortune ultimate gets 3! Foxy gets the double kill as the rest of the team gonna fall. The triple kill going over to Foxy, the Whippy, and Penguin just gonna make their way out of there as Goon Squad Gaming will pick up this Baron. Beautiful Misfortune ultimate there, pops it. Curse of the Sad Mummy, we realize why that's not going to be used, and then Jarvan going in with the Cataclysm to keep the side of Poro-Snax from escaping, and Goon Squad Gaming getting the Baron. They get 3 kills. Epic Champion already here with the wave onto the tower. He has the ultimate available if he really needs to use it, but it looks like he doesn't, as the side of Poro-Snax is respawning here. The reset was taken by the side of Goon Squad Gaming, as Epic Champion going to take the enemy blue buff. He says, I don't need mana, but thank you anyway. Cooldowns, as it were, although, you know, he already has quite a bit of CDR. How much CDR does he have? He has, I think from items he gets 10% from Hex Tech, 20% from Nashers too, so he's already at 30% CDR there, so that will give him 40% plus whatever he has from runes. So probably already at 100% CDR, or 100%, probably was already at 40% CDR, so he's at 45% now. I would assume he took Transcendence. I don't know what his secondary tree was, I just know he took Conk. So let's see what Epic Champion took here. Can't really do that without changing the camera to him, but it doesn't matter. His top lane turret does go down. Top inhib going to go down very soon as Epic Champion just kind of going away at it. He knows he can't be contested, and as the rest of Goon Squad are pushing in on this bot lane tower. Poro-Snax needs to rotate for him, and that means that the bot lane tower will eventually go down. Poro-Snax still hasn't rotated. They're going to lose a Nexus tower here, and that means that Goon Squad can just go in, take the bottom tower. They don't even need the inhib, as the silence going to hit on Epic Champion as he pulls people under shadow around. The blue turret does go down on the Nexus. Here comes the flag to drag the ultimate. The Misfortune ult able to get onto his Existence, gets taken out super low. Revan Storm going to get taken down by the Mordekaiser. Existence will go down to the Misfortune. Epic Champion going to do a bit of a fountain dive to pick up another kill. The double kill for him in the Nexus, and the series gonna go over to the side of Goon Squad Gaming. Definitely 2 dominating games for them, and well played. But I'm not one for post-game analysis, as I am typically a play-by-play caster. So that is going to be it for the series. Well played to both teams. Goon Squad Gaming, of course, very stompy about these games, but there were some high points for the side of Poro-Snax as well, so I do look forward to seeing them come Gauntlet and or playoffs. That means that both these teams are now 4-4 in terms of overall record, and they therefore Goon Squad is up in standings just based on head-to-head, but definitely still anyone's race into the postseason as we wait and see how that shapes up. All that being said though, it is time to sign off as the series is over, and that means the cast will be as well. So from everyone here at Zero Gravity Gaming, the admins, the production crew, and the league staff, and all the miscellaneous people working on the staff in between, my name is Fennec, and we will see you in the next broadcast.